Hey guys, Caleb here. Thanks for tuning into my POL. And let me just say, you folks are in the right place. This isn't gonna be your average POL. I mean, seriously, what do you think I'm gonna do? Run you through how this summer changed my life and was so impactful? Come on. Okay, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. But don't tune out yet. I think you'll like what I have to say. Truthfully, I wasn't even convinced I was gonna get this job. And if I'm being honest, I think that lack of confidence showed when I first met you all, and especially when I stood in front of the scholars. I've noticed something strange about myself. I get really frustrated when I mess up the little things, but when everything is crashing and burning, I seem to be okay. I think sometimes I just wish things could be absolutely perfect, which is funny, because the older I get, the more convinced I become that beauty has never lived in perfection. Here's a picture of my dog with human teeth. Still cute. Anyway, when I started to give myself some leniency for my failures was when I taught best. A wise man once told me, the moment you love yourself regardless of the results is exactly when the results will come. I'm actually full of quotes, and you might not have known that, and that's because I usually try to limit how annoying I am on a day-to-day basis. But one quote I think about all the time is often attributed to Benjamin Franklin. Most people die at 25, but aren't buried until 75. Which I really hope isn't true, because Roger's 25, and I actually kind of like that dude. But I think Roger's safe, because what that quote is really talking about isn't your heartbeat, it's your ambition. Somewhere along the way, people trade their dreams, whether it's for practicality or comfort or certainty. Being honest, I've always been afraid I'd do the same. Afraid that one day I'd wake up and quietly accept a life smaller than the one I imagined. When I met the scholars, something unexpected happened. I stopped worrying about whether I was enough. Because when your attention shifts toward helping someone else believe in themselves, you stop obsessing over whether or not you do. It was 6 weeks I watched students pitch businesses. I watched shy students find their voices. I watched confidence replace fear. And somewhere in the middle of teaching entrepreneurship, the kids ended up teaching me. They taught me that a life spent helping others is never a life wasted. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Oh my gosh! I finally understand the movie Coach Carter. The fear isn't failing. The fear is never becoming who you're capable of becoming. And I think Breakthrough helped quiet that fear within me. Because I realized I don't have to become the version of me who's perfect. I just have to become the version of me who tries. The version who smiles at everyone and believes that people are worth investing in. One of the biggest lessons this summer was authenticity. I've spent a lot of my life wondering if people think I'm too loud or too talkative or too tiresome. But I've now met 23 incredible people, and they only think I'm loud and talkative and not tiresome. I'd call that growth. Jim Carrey once told a story about his father. His dad could have been a famous comedian. Instead, he made a conservative choice. He got a safe job as an accountant. And when Jim was 12 years old, his father was let go from that safe job. Jim's point was simple. You can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on what you love. That's a lesson I don't want to forget, because this summer reminded me that my dreams matter, not because they're mine, but because of who they could serve. This summer, I had the privilege of working alongside 23 incredible teaching fellows. More than that, I had the opportunity to impact hundreds of individuals through Breakthrough. Those numbers are meaningful, but what I'll remember most are the moments behind them. The conversations after class, and the laughter, and the breakthroughs that never show up on a spreadsheet. Those were the moments I felt like the kids molded me, more so than I could ever impact them. Looking ahead, I don't know exactly what my career will look like. I know I like entrepreneurship and finance. I know I like law and teaching. And I know someday I want to build something that helps people on a much bigger scale. Maybe that's a nonprofit, maybe it's a company. Honestly, I haven't figured that part out yet. But for the first time in a long time, I'm okay not having that answer. Because Breakthrough taught me something bigger than entrepreneurship. It taught me that success isn't measured only by what you build, it's measured by who you build. So wherever I end up, whether it's in a boardroom or a classroom or somewhere I can't even imagine yet, I hope I never stop choosing people. Because if these 8 weeks taught me anything, it's that the greatest investment you'll ever make is in another human being. And with that being said, thank you all for believing in me, thank you for being my friends, and thank you for being my breakthrough.